What's up, Brewskis? My name is Marco Dupa, and with me, as always, that's the great and powerful, it's Adam Obesis Rodriguez.
What up, y'all?
Tonight's brew, well, we got ourselves a double pack here, ladies and gentlemen. Obe went to Cigar City.
I did.
And he brought back not one, but two German-inspired beers.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
we're gonna go through those.
How dare you?
After the break, so I won't even talk about them yet. We'll bring them back.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Be excited. What's on tap for tonight? Well, if you listened to last week's episode, there was a bit of a
There's a stink in the air, wasn't there?
There was a cloud. Yeah. There was a cloud hovering over it. And,
what happened?
We did our best to try to avoid what's going on right now in the real world. And yet, it just comes knocking at the doorstep. And there's just some stuff that you can't ignore. And there's things that permeate, and there are controversies that, you just have to face head on.
Yeah.
So we're going into the murky waters of the Charlie Kirk situation.
Yes.
But more specifically, the fallout of the Charlie Kirk situation, his assassination, and what's been happening to people who are speaking about it specifically.
Yeah. Yes.
This show might get the plug pulled. Who knows?
Not this show.
I don't know. I don't.
Pretty big time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They might hear this stuff.
FCC is going to come calling.
Enough is enough.
Yeah.
Of the One Beer Boys.
They can't stop us.
But that's not all we're talking about. What else do we got, Obi?
We're also going to talk about Paul Thomas Anderson's newest movie coming out very soon, called One Battle After Another. Getting rave reviews right now, but as an advertiser myself, I'd like to talk about the advertising campaign and how this entire thing was marketed and how kind of bonkers it was, and what how we think it's going to affect the movie as it comes out in the next couple weeks. Yeah.
All right. Anything else, we'll find our way there.
Sure.
And you guys will come along this journey with us.
And so much more.
But first, which one should we do?
Let's start with the Lederhosen.
We're going to crack open one of these brewskis.
There you go.
And we're going to get into this show proper. This is episode 475 of the... Oops.
Oh. Sorry, it happens to
babe.
Everyone.
And that's what I usually do is just go, oops.
Oops.
475 of the One Beer In podcast. But then there's like a delay. There's another one.
Lost to be found. Someone to say to wind you down. Yes, I'm bored.
Oh, yeah.
When it's bright out.
These are the wrong notes.
When it's bright out.
Explain for the class then, Marco, why this leader is not the correct mug.
Because look at it.
Why is it so bubbly? I just washed these.
Hey, listen, man. No one's perfect.
All right.
And you're not going to be able to get beer clean unless you like really get in there and get all the and even if you dried it,
Yeah.
you might have left some fuzzies in there from like the paper towel or whatever, and that will cause some of the bubbles.
That sucks. So embarrassing.
Yeah, no.
All right. Anyway, clink them and drink them.
Yikes. Oh, you know what we could do is just pour two of them in here because it's a 32 ounce. That's why. For everyone's edification, it's fine. It's just look at it. This is for.
It's not. Okay. So the problem's not the style of beer.
No. It's the amount. It's the amount. It's just we should have filled them up with both cans.
Sure. I mean, I'm not against that idea.
Let's just do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. We're going back in. Early Oktoberfest celebration. Oktoberfest is this weekend. If you guys aren't familiar.
Tell the people.
September 20th is the official date, and that is the date that Red Light will be doing their official Oktoberfest, as well as other bars in the area. But
we don't talk about them.
You go to us. See, now tell me that doesn't look...
Oh, it's so much better. Look at that.
You know?
Wow. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's more like it.
That's quite nice.
Fuck.
You can say that on YouTube now.
Yeah, well, you can say fuck, but you can't say fuck Charlie Kirk, I guess.
You can't.
Can't say that.
You're not allowed to do
so
that.
you can't preempt the fuck. You just
No.
say, you know.
Unless you say like fuck Charlie Kirk.
Right. There you go. It's fuck exclamation point
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Man. So let's just get right into it. I'm Marco.
You
That's
are.
Adam.
Yeah.
This is the One Beer and Podcast. The podcast where two brews crack open maybe two brews. Actually, 8 brews.
We'll see how far we get.
And we'll see how far we get. Do you want to give the people a little bit more about what we're drinking, what we're starting with, rather?
I would love to. I want to preemptively say I was able to go to Cigar City Brewing in Tampa. I went, and if you're listening, Cigar City, I apologize for the words I'm about to say, but I went more out of
Fear.
curiosity, because we've talked about how important Cigar City is to our story of being in craft beer.
Right.
One of the OGs of our craft beer experimentation experience. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, they laid off a bunch of their original workers. Basically, it cleared house, including their head brewmaster, and to the chagrin of everyone, the entire industry, and fans therein, including myself. So I decided to go there because, I mean, it's kind of a thing that you do when you're in Tampa. A thing that I do when I'm in Tampa, but also because I just wanted to see how they are nowadays. And they're still doing it. They're still brewing beers. The beers I had there that are like some of the new stuff they've been cooking up. Had a couple of IPAs. Pretty good. Mm-hmm. So what they did was not cool, but they seem to continue to be successful. And I think that's probably why they did what they did and why they felt okay doing what they did, was because they knew the money would continue. And it has.
Yeah.
So
What are you going to do?
what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
But not to sour this experience, because I did bring back 2 4-packs. This one is the Lederhosen, an Oktoberfest-style lager. And it does have a cold read. It may be hot and humid in Tampa, but that's not stopping us from breaking out our Lederhosen and celebrating Bavarian style with this beguiling and drinkable Oktoberfest-style lager. German pants and German ingredients done the Tampa way. That's all I got for you.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, there are Lederhosen, in fact, on the can.
I guess their labels have never really been all that,
No.
but this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I like this detail that it's Lederhosen and then Lederhosen throughout.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool. It's a nice little touch.
Yeah.
But it looks like it would be on the wall of a hotel.
It does. It's the collage, I think, and the pale colors.
Yeah.
I
I think if it was just the Lederhosen part and then like checkered,
Yeah.
as if the whole can was someone wearing.
Yeah, that'd be
would've
better.
Yeah.
I don't like a can wrap.
Yeah. It looks like wallpaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheapens.
I don't like the yeah.
Cheapens it. But anyway.
Okay. Just one more sip.
Just got to get in some practice for Saturday, you know?
Right. Let's see how long we can hold this while we.
So,
All right.
it's going to be very confusing for people that are just audio listeners.
It's so hard. Oh, it's so heavy. Fuck, dude. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm already struggling. All right, let's talk about Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
Let's talk about it. Okay. So we here at the One Beer and Podcast, we're trying to be not a distraction, but just be like a more
A break.
A break.
Yeah.
A break. And people have been needing more and more breaks.
Yeah.
More frequently. With everything that's been going on.
Sure.
It seems like that's just the only way to say it, with everything that's going on, because there's so much going on.
My world's on fire. How about
about-
yours?
It's hard to keep up with,
Yeah.
okay? And so in our attempt to do that, we kind of just decided, let's just go in the opposite direction. Let's just try to have a good time.
Yeah.
Because it had happened, like, what, the day before? Or 2 days before?
I think it was that day.
Was it that day?
I think it was that day. It was very fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was that day.
It was that day. I'm pretty sure.
We had no information about anything except for it had happened.
Yeah.
I think at the time that we were recording the show, everyone still thought it was that old white man.
Yes.
Turns out it wasn't that far away from the truth. It was just a young white man.
Well, and the old man apparently he distracted on purpose, and he's apparently known to be kind of a whack job.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And so he was arrested apparently for essentially distracting the police, and then they found CSAM on him. So
They found what? Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's going to go to jail.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What, did somebody die or something?
But
That is why we didn't talk about it last time. It's because there wasn't much information out there. It was mostly speculative. There were sort of immediate responses from both sides of the aisle, blaming each other essentially. Mm-hmm. And it was far too fresh to kind of wade into after having a couple of beers.
yeah. And we didn't.
We did not. Yeah, we successfully steered the ship away.
But
And
this week,
yeah,
it's been harder.
it's been
And harder to ignore some of the real world consequences of what has happened. And we just have to talk about it. We just got to.
Yeah.
We just got to.
Well, I will say we try to avoid politics as much as possible unless it is directly involving something that we find interesting. And
Not to say that his death isn't interesting, but it just was like,
Sure.
what are we going to add to that conversation?
right, there are plenty of talking heads out there that have been doing it nonstop since it happened. So
I think a good, easy way into this for this show and for the format is the fact that it is the ripple effect that it's had
Yes.
on the entertainment business.
yes, it is, I mean, the entire country, really.
No. I'm just saying for this show.
Yeah.
The reason the door opening is that it has had this profound effect. Really,
It has affected everyone with a vocal opinion on the internet,
yeah,
and that is us.
yeah.
So yeah, in this week since it happened, the event, I don't really feel comfortable saying much more explicitly because of YouTube still being weird.
Which is a whole other. I'm so fucking sick.
Speaking
of
of censorship,
yeah, I don't know what we can and can't say.
Nobody
I know,
does.
I know what
Nobody
I
does.
want to say, and I know what I feel comfortable saying.
Sure.
I don't know what is going to block this show, especially now.
oh yeah,
I don't know what's going to stop this show from being published.
it's only getting tighter and tighter.
And I mean, we joked at the top of the show, but even if YouTube's stupid ass algorithm just picks up that we mentioned Charlie Kirk a couple of times, and they're like, well, they certainly can't be saying anything nice about him, so we're just going to strike the show.
They said fuck way too close to his name.
Yeah.
Twice.
We got copyright strike for something, didn't we?
I'm sure we have. I am positive.
Not as much as you think, though.
Really,
You're
really
paranoid.
though, yeah. Not as much. I do know that. I do know that because I do look at the how the sausage is made every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be surprised.
Be surprised.
But yes, so our entry point into this discussion is that in the past week or so, no, in the past week, literally, the conversation is pointed towards people's reaction to his death. And of course, there are people who were huge fans. There's this groundswell of mostly conservative voices saying how good of a guy he was, that they're going to carry on his message, honor him, erect statues, yada, 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 and then a lot of equally vocal people on the right, or on the left, I should say, Did I say left first?
I don't know.
Okay. Glad somebody's listening.
I'm listening, but I just didn't hear that.
You know what I mean.
That part.
You know what I mean if I messed up. The right, the conservative side has been, saying God bless Charlie Kirk, et cetera, memorializing him.
Right.
And and also at the same time saying, this issue is an issue with the left.
Yeah.
Who's surprised? Now the left has come out and said the opposite and said, well, this ain't us, man. Leave us out of it. Mm-hmm. And, it's not a trans person like you guys assumed. But he may have had a trans partner. We're not going to get into it.
He had a trans friend who could have been a trans partner, who could have...
Yeah, who knows? Still, the investigation is ongoing, as they say. But a lot of people, and I will say a minority of people, especially if we're talking about like the political sphere, a lot of the people in the political sphere on the left and right have been very open about this being unacceptable on the American stage.
Yeah, I think if you're a politician or if you're any like public figure who cares about their standing when it comes to their public influence, the stock answer has been, if you're on the left, I don't agree with the things that he said, but you can't kill somebody for their opinions.
Right.
That's essentially been the talking point. And then on the right, it's been...
Yeah, it's been
all he did was
he spoke the truth and they killed him for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there has been a vocal minority of people. I would say some are just anarchistic, like people who are completely center black-pilled people who don't care about anything, are just being extreme for the sake of shock value. And some people are, extremely left-leaning that are openly celebrating his death. And smashmation. You already said the word, didn't you?
I did say it.
Oh,
I did say it. So if we're going to get it, we're going to get it.
Okay. Yeah. So those responses have been put under the microscope. And, of course, there's been this outcry from mostly people on the right saying, you got to report these people to the FBI. This is unacceptable. And I think there's even now a website to report people who say, or I should say, that celebrate Charlie Kirk's death.
Yeah, they're creating like a database.
Yes.
And it has already hundreds of thousands of entries.
And people, politicians included, and other, talking heads for the right are pushing their fan bases to go after people who, joked about his death.
Yeah.
Who celebrated his death, who even, said anything critical. I saw this one recently that kind of especially jumped out at me, that they were reporting, I believe it was a soldier, someone in the military, who said, his death was, or his killing was unacceptable and horrible, but also, if you spew hate, this is kind of what you have coming.
Yeah.
This is what happens. And they immediately flag that as like, look at how terrible this guy is being.
Yeah.
The libs of TikTok of the world, are kind of spearheading this effort. And you have a lot of people crying foul and saying like, this is clearly censorship.
Let me just stop you right there for 2 seconds, because unfortunately it's not just people like the libs of TikTok. Mm-hmm. It's the vice president and the president himself are spearheading this movement. So it cannot be under discussed that the president of the United States is telling you to go after your coworkers and people on your social media if they're denouncing anything about Charlie Kirk.
The threshold's very low. It feels like, I get it if you're like, I mean, I don't even get it, but I could at least see your point of view if you're like, hell yeah, glad he's dead,
I can't see that one either, though, honestly.
I could see, I'm not saying like I could see the president getting mad at that. I'm saying, or that the president, somebody in that position should be mad at something like that. I'm saying I can see them pointing to that at least and being like, "That's horrible. That's a horrible thing to say.
Right. Okay.
We don't like that."
Right.
But the fact that the threshold's even lower than that, to the point of just anyone saying anything negative, or even admitting that an assassination of anyone involved with politics or free speech is a bad thing. However, X, Y, and Z.
Well,
that is somehow this mortal sin that deserves you to get fired for.
You can't even right now just say what he has said.
Right.
Because if you frame it as, well, there are consequences to saying stuff like this, then they will turn around and be like, see, hate speech. And it's like, he did the hate speech. I didn't say. All I said was that there's a lot of people that don't like that. Well, and there are consequences to that.
The only argument I've seen to that response is you're saying it, but you're misinterpreting what he meant.
But there's no way. There's just no way to misinterpret it because
on face value,
he was a podcaster. He was a podcaster, brother.
Yeah.
It's
one of us. One of us.
I mean, I don't know how you can take something out of context if you're listening to the entire clip. You may misspeak sometimes. I'm sure that you can go back through the 400 plus episodes of this show and find something where maybe, didn't say something the right way,
sure.
Or like maybe we would rephrase a thing and be like, hey, I didn't mean it like that. I was trying to say this and I didn't really get my point across. That's one thing.
Yeah.
It's another thing for one guy to make a repeated statement, over and over and over. Like these were the tenets of what it meant to be someone like Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
He was consistent. It's not like he changed how he felt about things. It's not like
didn't seem that way.
He wasn't a malleable person. Like even in these debates that he was so famous for.
Yeah.
They weren't debates. Anybody, even if you watch some of them, which I have, I don't know how many times you can even find a moment where he's like, "Yeah, you're right. I didn't see it like that." He's got that shit-eating grin on his face. Mm-hmm. And even when he's blatantly wrong, yeah, sorry. See, this is why
man was a saint.
Listen, man, this is why I was like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" Because I got already about a beer in me, and
one beer in.
You're one beer in.
One beer in.
Wow.
I don't have very kind things to say about this guy.
Well, look, I want to steer the conversation away from Charlie Kirk himself, for the most part. My point in bringing this topic up in general is to highlight the hypocrisy of so-called Charlie Kirk fans.
Yeah. No. The hypocrisy of the entire political right.
Okay, sure.
Because it's all of them.
Yeah.
It's every single one of them who have framed this now as this thing where it's like, it's so heinous. I can't believe you are saying these things about this guy. Okay, let's take Charlie Kirk out of it.
Yeah.
I'm able to compartmentalize in that way.
Sure.
You remove him, but okay, it's just a guy on quote unquote their side that this has happened to. Now all of a sudden,
a champion of the right.
Now all of a sudden, the jokes are out of line. Mm-hmm. Now all of a sudden, free speech it's not free speech because now they're taking the left's arguments of like, listen, man, you can get fired for saying some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Like you have to be careful. Now all of a sudden, that's okay.
Yeah. 5
minutes before Charlie Kirk was assassinated, if you asked any one of them,
fuck your feelings.
Exactly. Yeah. And now all of a sudden we're on the same page about cancel culture, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, hey man, you know what? You should. This is JD Vance who was like, you should report these people. You should try to get them fired.
Yeah.
You should do something about this.
Yeah.
Because they're going after our brother Charlie Kirk.
Right. And then the Speaker of the House also talking about how this is a problem specifically with the left.
Dude, there were multiple Republican lawmakers who, before when it happened, they immediately, and this is part of the problem with social media in the first place, is having access to potentially millions of people at your fingertips and broadcasting something to those people. You now have to live with that. unless you're on the right and you can just delete the tweet and then act like it never happened. And then when people bring it up, you can just say, no, that didn't happen. And then when we show you the proof, you can just say, no, that didn't happen. And then we all just move on to the next fucked up thing that they do.
Yeah.
But anyway, there were multiple Republican lawmakers who, in the same breath of we need to have live televised public executions of whoever did this.
Yeah.
Then when they found out that it was some young white kid, and at the time people thought he was a Trump supporter. Now that the waters are murky, who knows?
Sure.
Don't want to get into that. But then when it flipped to that, all of a sudden it was, we need to pray.
We have to pray for him.
We can't,
Charlie
we
would
have
want
to-
us to pray for this
and
young
it's like
man.
the fucking, like, you can't
Imagine
even
if he was black. Imagine if he was Hispanic.
Dude.
Imagine if he was Middle Eastern.
the Utah governor was like, he's one of us.
And you know what's
Fucking
funny?
sucks.
You know what's
Thought
funny?
he was going to be a black or a brown.
He said we were praying.
We were praying that it wasn't.
It wouldn't be someone from here, one of us.
And then he's like, is his like throwing his hands up like, we prayed, we hoped that it was going to be a black so that we could just point our guns at one thing, like we always do. And then it turns out that it wasn't. It turns out that it was one of us.
It wasn't a black or a trans. Oh,
Turns
man.
out it was a turning point white kid. Now we have to deal with that. Now we have but do you see the way that they're dealing with it is going, yeah, but his trans partner changed his ideology.
No. His apparently one semester in a Utah college is what radicalized him.
One semester.
That's all it took.
It was one semester and Helldivers.
That's all it took. That's all it took.
It was a couple
Video
hours of
games and
Helldivers.
college. That's the
That's
problem.
it. Hey man, that's what they say. That's what
Man.
they say. It's video games
Rough.
and it's college
Wow.
that is turning the frogs gay or something like that.
Something
I
like
don't know.
that. Something like that. Yeah, I mean it was disgusting. I don't know if you saw Nancy Mace have this little press meeting. I think the press just came up and like we're doing a quick interview with her.
Yeah.
And she like the day after was like, it's probably a trans, not using trans, but using the what's it called? The epithet for trans people multiple times. And she was wrong.
Yeah.
And that's just out there now.
And what's going to happen is it's just going to get swept under the rug. We're just going to, it just didn't.
Well, people called for a firing for all of like 2 days, and then it disappeared because she said something else batshit crazy.
Right. And
You know?
and if you're part of this administration right now, it really kind of feels like you can just, the irony, man, the fucking, just the I cannot wrap my head around the irony right now of this administration being like the champions of free speech and all this stuff, and one thing happens and all of a sudden it's cancel culture. Speaking of cancel culture, as of this recording, 5 minutes before we started recording, it was reported that ABC had pulled the plug on Jimmy Kimmel Live
Indefinitely.
So we don't know, because anything could happen by the time that we edit and post this show. Who knows what could happen. But as of this recording, his show has been axed because of, and they were explicit, the comments that he made about Charlie Kirk.
Do you want me to read those comments so we have context?
Yes, because
Okay.
I got a rant bubbling.
Okay, all right. So this is according to the Variety article. Quote, and quoting is, I'm quoting Kimmel here. We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang trying to characterize this kid who killed Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, Kimmel said. He also poked fun at the president's response to a question from the press about how he was mourning Kirk's death after Trump pivoted to a discussion of the construction of a new White House ballroom, which he did.
He did.
Yeah.
I'm doing okay. Also, you see those trucks? Those trucks are here.
He said pretty good. He said,
"Yeah, no, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good." You see those trucks? Man, his inhumanity in the face of tragedy, is something that is. I am like. I hope that it's studied for years to come. Like when they got, who did they kill? And he was like, he died like a dog.
Oh yeah.
He died like a great dog.
like a dog.
They shot him down.
Like
We
a
got
dog
him
in the street.
like a dog in the street. He just has no humanity left in him.
No.
Even this Charlie Kirk thing, even like the 5 minutes that he spent on it before
The AI
ballroom
video?
thing, the AI, yeah. Even that stuff was just like, this is so clear. He's so clearly
He doesn't
bored.
care. He doesn't,
Doesn't
care.
he's like, how long do I have to sit in this chair? Talk about what's his name?
Chuck
Chuck Kirk.
Kirk.
One of my
My favorite
guys, Chuck Kirk. Loved him.
No one loved him more than me.
He literally said that, by the way.
Yeah.
No one loved him more. No one's gonna miss him more than me. Not even his family.
No.
Apparently. And his batshit family.
Oh man.
Who showed a video of his dead body. But anyway.
Yeah.
Continue.
So,
Oh yeah, you didn't see that? His wife and her statement, and then like the they didn't show like his face or anything, but like her like holding his hands in the casket. It was an
Yeah.
open casket, and she's like holding his hands and stuff. And by the way, I mean, you know, this is a sensitive topic, but like if you've ever had a family member pass, or if you've ever been to a funeral that had a showing, an open casket, it's very otherworldly.
It's weird.
Really hard to.
You hopefully don't ordinarily see a dead body.
Yeah.
And especially someone that you knew alive. Yeah.
And it's really honestly hard to describe the feeling that you get when you see the vessel of the person that you used to know.
You feel them not there anymore.
Yeah.
You can tell. Yeah.
And it's a very eerie feeling. And so her showing that stuff, first of all, should have been just for
family.
close friends and family.
Yeah.
But second of all, she showed a dead body. Like it was so I can't remember who I was watching, but they were talking about like how much respect each, like all of these people had for Charlie Kirk. Like Steven Crowder changed his Twitter bio. Did you see this?
No.
Steven Crowder, his Twitter bio, apparently, this is according to this video I was watching, so if I'm wrong, I apologize. I didn't do any
You saw it
research
on the
this.
internet.
I did see it on the internet.
Okay.
But apparently, in his Twitter bio, it read, second most popular right-wing podcast in the world. And then, like, within a day
where
of
this
Charlie
is going.
Kirk's passing,
Yeah.
he changed it to the #1 right-wing podcast.
He did the
in
Trump
world.
thing after 9/11.
Exactly. I got the tallest building.
Tallest building.
Finally, I got the tallest building. Yeah, I mean his wife doing the video with his dead body.
Yeah.
I mean everyone just used that thing. And honestly, man, I think it's pretty clear how we feel about Charlie Kirk. So I'm not even going to go down that road.
Sure.
But you just have to, if you're a Charlie Kirk fan, you have to feel some sort of disrespect by the way
grift,
that
the incredible grift that
what they're
everyone has
just
been doing.
using this opportunity to springboard off of it.
They're surfing his dead body to fame and fortune.
Dude, I mean, if it was somebody that I was a fan of, I would be like, you fucking pieces.
Yeah.
I would be like that lady on TikTok. You animals. You progressive dogs. It was like, lady.
Whoa. Yeah.
Anyway.
I agree. It's funny that I saw a tweet on the internet that someone was watching the Candace Owens reaction to it, like her post about it.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, this is like the only person to actually post something that made it seem like they were really friends.
Yeah. She
'Cause it
seems
was-
to be the only one genuinely grieving.
She posted a video of clips of them hanging out, like behind the scenes having fun. And it's like, yeah, that's what you would post if your friend died.
Yeah.
Like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And when everyone else is just like, rallying cry.
Yeah.
Buy my book.
She
You know?
turned around and was like, we will have our revenge for our brother Charlie.
You don't know what you've just done.
don't know what
You don't know what you've
I
unleashed.
think, Milo Yana, whatever the fuck his last name is.
Yanalapa Ding Dong.
He's like, oh, I'm unretiring.
Sorry, Greek people.
And it was like, no disrespect.
No disrespect to the Greeks.
Disrespect to Milo.
Yeah.
And it was like, he's like, I'm unretiring. And it's like, boy, if you don't get the fuck out of my face,
No one cares, brother.
no one gives a fuck.
No one
man.
cares.
Anyway, finish, because there's something really interesting in the statement from Nexmar or Nexstar.
Yeah. So the next part of this is about the FCC chairman, Brendan Carr. This is his name. It's good for context to understand that most of the FCC are Trump appointees.
Yeah.
So they essentially run the House. Again, back to this Variety article. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr threatened earlier on Wednesday to take action against ABC, after Disney's decision was revealed. He said he wanted, quote, to thank Nexstar for doing the right thing. Excuse me. In a statement on social media, quote, local broadcasters have an obligation to serve the public interest. While this may be an unprecedented decision, it is important for broadcasters to push back on Disney programming that they determine falls short of community. Disney's maneuver is likely to further inflame American partisanship over the assassination of Kirk. I said the word again. The activist is viewed as a hero by many, blah, 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 blah.
I want you to get to Nexstar's.
Okay, representatives
statement.
for Kimmel could not be reached for immediate comment.
Maybe it's not in that article.
Maybe not. Yeah, let me see here. Oh, Nexstar said Wednesday that its, quote, owned and partner television stations affiliated with the ABC television network will preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live for the foreseeable future, beginning with tonight's show. The company said it, quote, strongly objects to recent comments made by Mr. Kimmel concerning the killing of Charlie Kirk and will replace the show with other programming in its ABC-affiliated markets.
There was something else. Essentially, the statement was that this doesn't represent the views and morals of the people that they
that old
serve.
song and dance.
Yeah, which I thought was really interesting to frame it that way. That essentially this, you put a TV show on TV because it represents the
Your
views
morals.
of the viewer.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that that's how TV programming worked.
Sure.
Was that the only TV shows that you can watch are ones that represent your views and morals, which I think is fucking insane.
Have they seen a movie before? Have they seen a TV show before? Like,
I want people to understand like what's happening right now, and see if you can find it in your heart and your mind to wrap it around the hypocrisy that's happening right now. Because as much as we like joke about Gutfeld,
yeah,
and stuff on Fox News and things like that, and Newsmax or whatever the fuck,
yeah.
can you imagine what would be happening if Gutfeld said something? Well, he has. Yeah. Let me rephrase. Can you imagine if the left reacted to the things that Gutfeld says on a near weekly basis, the way that the right is reacting to all of this stuff? Like if the left was able to get a show like Gutfeld canceled, which by the way is a 1-to-1 comparison because Kimmel being pulled, and not to mention Stephen Colbert shows being pulled, and them acting like it was a money thing, and we all know it's not.
Yeah.
We all know he's been hammering on Trump this whole time, and they finally were like, enough is enough. This administration, we're not
put their thumb on
fucking
it.
with this administration.
Yeah.
We need to keep the doors open and the bills paid.
Right.
So we're not gonna fight the good fight.
Yeah.
They have now taken 2 late night TV shows, one of which is an institution.
Yeah.
It was the Tonight Show and David Letterman's Late Show.
Yeah.
Institutions of American television. They've taken one of those down, and the Jimmy Kimmel Live show is essentially, the offshoots like the Carson Daly Show and Seth Meyers Show and all that stuff.
Sure.
Those are like the offshoots that happen from the Tonight Shows and the Late Shows. They've taken 2 of those down. If you are like considering this a victory, I don't know what to say to you anymore, because like, again, if this happened to a Gutfeld, or if they took down like, Tucker Carlson,
Yeah.
and if it wasn't Tucker Carlson's own doing which took him down, which it was, if the left had like a campaign to get him fired, and then Fox was like, it's just too much. We just can't deal with this right now.
The lawyers still came down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The conversation would be so fucking different, and it's just shocking to me.
Is it really shocking?
No, honestly, yes. I'm not shocked by. I'm shocked by the blatantness of it all. That's what's shocking to me. It's not the hypocrisy. They're hypocrites. It is the fact that it is proven. The hypocrisy, the lying, the scheming, it's right there because they're such loudmouths.
Yeah.
They'll post on social media saying one thing, and then within like a day or two, they go back on that, and they don't apologize or say, you know what I said earlier was wrong. No. They just completely ignore the fact that they said something that goes against their morals in that moment.
Sure.
And that is what is so shocking to me, is that they're just so blatant with it that I'm like, I can't. They're getting away with it, and it's just like I'm flabbergasted.
Well,
honestly,
it is pulled from the Trump playbook, which is never admit defeat. You never do that, and you can never say you lost.
Dude,
you know,
honestly, man, I didn't think that something like that could work.
It does. It clearly does.
It works every time.
Every single time.
You can just lie.
There is
just keep lying, and as long as you just never give in.
Yeah.
What is someone? You definitely took my cookie. No, I didn't. I mean, I saw you, man. No, you didn't.
I didn't do it. I didn't.
Like, bro, I saw you with my own eyes.
That wasn't
eating.
me.
Wasn't me.
That wasn't me.
I have you on camera eating the cookie.
Stop oppressing me,
dude. That must be like AI or something.
Did you know I'm a Christian?
I'm a Christian, man.
Why are you oppressing
Christians? I would
Christians?
never take a cookie. You think Christians take cookies?
You know who stole your cookie? A gay.
Sorry. Might have been a trans. I don't know.
It may have been a Mexican guy.
Maybe you should be looking at your own side, dude. Maybe you should be looking at everybody.
How about
over
you
there.
clean house?
Clean house. Circle the drain before you start accusing one of us. Okay?
I believe in law and order. Thank you very much. Criminal intent. Yeah. I agree. But that being said, I think this is an important time to underline a position that we've held for a long time, and something we've kind of championed over time when the shoe was on the other foot and conservatives were crying foul about freedom of speech and censorship, et cetera, consequences from things you said online or in person or were caught saying on camera. It's important to note that freedom of speech works when it's the government that is oppressing your speech or suppressing your speech. It does not shield you from your employer bending to the will. Yeah. That may be societal will, that may be governmental will, maybe both. Yeah. So if you say some stuff online, and now the government currently in power is actively pursuing people who say things that you have said, you can get in trouble for that. And that's not a freedom of speech issue. That is a censorship issue, just to clear the air. But I do believe that what you say on social media and in person, and what you present yourself as, and what you do in situations like this can be used against you, because it can. Yeah. So be careful out there is all I'm saying. It sucks that that's the situation we're in right now, but it seems like there is now a witch hunt out for people, specifically liberal-leaning people, because that's the framing now, is that it's all liberal people who are stirring up all this division and violence for calling everyone fascist. Mm-hmm.
They called him a fascist.
Oh my God!
Well, he is one. That's why I called him that. That's why I can't remember who it was that was being interviewed on the lawn. It was Don Lemon, and he was like, everything that you're saying hasn't been proven. In fact, it's on the opposite side. The Department of Justice, the Department of War. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. No, that's the Department of Defense, formerly known
as the Department of War. Or no, it's currently called the Department of
War.
War. It was called the Department of Defense.
And before that, the Department of War as well.
Yeah.
But we
he brought
switched
back.
it to defense to, show that we're not war hawks looking
we're
to
not engaging on the on the offensive. But anyway, the
Strong.
Department of Justice,
Yes.
which is still a thing.
It is.
If you go on there, not anymore. Apparently, they've deleted all of this data. But you used to be able to go on there and find that most political violence was committed on the right. Right
Right-wing extremists.
And that's what was brought to this lady's attention, and she was like, "Well, you guys called Donald Trump a fascist, so you guys started it." And it was like, "Oh, we're just never gonna be able to like come to any kind of understanding."
There are no facts anymore.
None.
I saw somebody responding to that story by saying, "Well, it was a crock of shit. It was fake data made by somebody who had an agenda." That's all you have to say, and it discounts.
That's it.
Everything,
unless it's data that they made,
Sure.
and then that's when it can be. That's when
it's alternative facts.
Yeah. That's when
Man.
you take it at face value. That's when you watch any kind of edited video. That's when you watch a podcast and that's when you watch a Charlie Kirk, for instance, say something like 80% of black households only have one parent, which is verifiably untrue.
Sure.
But you can watch that video and go, man, black people, they really need to get it together.
It's rough.
Charlie Kirk said, and you can just take that at face value.
Well, he pulled it from a survey. So,
Yeah, he just grabbed this information from his ass.
Yeah.
On a personal note,
Yeah.
it's fun to go into work and not have to worry about stuff like that because
Sure.
my boss feels the same way I do. So
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about, is this gonna fly in the face of the company?
Sure. Well, I mean
Because-
that is a benefit of not working in like a corporate environment where you have to worry about stakeholders and all these.
Sorry guys, with your high paying, powerful jobs, you don't get to say whatever you want. I get to say whatever the fuck I want.
Slave. Enslaved person.
How terrible
Sorry.
for you people. Do I have to edit that one out?
No. No. I was being a lib on purpose.
The lib. Okay, let's do this. Okay, Well, this is still quite a. I was gonna say quite a few beers. This is still quite a lot of beer. I was gonna say switch gears.
Yeah.
That old chestnut.
Do we have a intermezzo that we can put in right now so we can enjoy these and maybe lighten the topics until we switch over to the next?
No.
Okay. All right, I'm freestyling here, okay?
Okay.
How do you feel about the city of Tampa? After my recent trip, I feel like I've always had opinions because Tampa's like a sister city to Orlando, essentially. How do you feel about Tampa, especially compared to Orlando?
I love Tampa.
Yeah.
I love Tampa. I hate going to Tampa. Getting to Tampa
Can I
is
tell
the
you?
worst.
Sherry and I, it's only a couple hours, right?
Yeah.
Hour 45 to 2.
It should be about 2 hours.
Yeah, it's not bad as far as like the length of travel. But being on I-4, if you don't know, Interstate 4 is the link between Orlando and Tampa.
It's
And one of the most dangerous roads in America.
it is the inspiration to AC/DC's Highway to Hell.
Yeah. Horrible time
It
on that
sucks.
road. And no matter when you travel on it throughout the day, unless you're going at like 3 o'clock in the morning or something,
Yeah.
you are guaranteed to hit bumper to bumper traffic.
Yeah.
At least twice,
Yeah.
sometimes thrice. And it is one of the most nerve-wracking drives you can do in Florida. I feel like I lost some years of my life driving to and fro.
Remind me, I have a story to tell you about the more personal story that I'm not going to share on the podcast.
Okay.
But it was about a drive back from Tampa.
Yeah.
And it sucked.
Drive Back from Tampa is a good song title.
Drive back from Tampa. Yeah, it's a fucking bummer getting there. You almost threw
Sherry
up.
almost threw up on the ride.
Well, because of the stop and go.
Yes, the
kinda,
stop and starts.
Well, the way that he drives.
It wasn't the way I drive. I drive like a pro.
Like a NASCAR pro.
Rubbin's racing,
Like
brother.
Rubbin's racing.
Yeah.
But the city itself.
Once you're there.
I can't, obviously I can't speak for people who live out there. They probably feel the same way that we do about Orlando. Has its ups and downs, goods and bads and whatnot.
Yeah.
But going there, visiting, every time I go out there, there's something new to discover. The city is beautiful.
Yeah.
Then you go into like the like dingier downtown areas, and you're like, this is kind of fucking hardcore.
Yeah.
It's a little dangerous.
Yeah.
Probably not, but it seems like it. I remember I walked into a bar the last time I was out there, and it was still like a smoking bar,
What are
which
you
is
drinking?
strange. Yeah, you just pull up, you sit down, and they're just like, "What's up?" And it's like hazy. I actually felt like shit when I walked out of there. My allergies started acting up, and I was like, I can't, lady, I can't do this. I gotta leave this bar. It's
Weak.
too smoky.
Weak.
But it was sick.
Yeah.
Sick as fuck. The breweries out there are world renowned.
Sure.
You can go out there and watch a Tampa Bay game.
You could. There's lots of sports.
Lots of sports.
Championship winning sports.
Gone to the amphitheater multiple times.
Yeah.
And that's sick as fuck.
Yeah, it's a good
So,
venue.
I don't know. I have nothing but good things to say about Tampa. Actually,
Yeah.
I've never really thought about it, but I can't think of a bad thing to say.
I ask because I find it like hard to define Central Florida cities, as I feel like a lot of people do. Because Tampa to me feels like a mishmash between Miami and Orlando. Like you smash them together.
Yeah.
And it's like suburbia, but there's also a medium-sized city in there.
Uh-huh.
But you're by the beach as well.
By the
beach. And it kind of has its own vibe, but it's not miles away. It's technically miles away from Orlando. But like in vibe-wise, it's not like miles away from... You don't feel like you're in another place, really.
Uh-huh.
It's very similar, but different enough that you're kind of like, oh, interesting. I didn't know you guys do that here. Like it is far enough away that it has its own vibe and feels a little bit older than Orlando does. There's a lot more like brick buildings and history there that I feel like we're kind of missing in Greater Orlando. But I find it interesting of a place. I don't think I've spent enough time there to fully give a review of the city itself, but maybe we should talk to Rob about that. He's from Tampa.
Oh, yeah.
Sure he has an opinion.
Yeah. I forgot he was from Tampa.
Yeah. I mistakenly thought that he was a Jags fan and mentioned the Jags fan one time. He's like, I don't like the Jags.
Ugh,
What are you talking about?
Jags.
I'm Bucks from Tampa.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's
So sorry.
one of those like, man, I wish I wasn't here. I wasn't here in Florida early enough to pick any of the Florida teams
No.
for football.
No,
So
me neither.
People always wonder like, why you're a Seahawks fan? And I'm like, that's a long story,
Yeah.
but I could have been a Dolphins fan, could have been a fucking
I wouldn't be
Bucks
friends
fan
with you.
or a
Sorry.
Jags. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. It wouldn't have been any of them anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly, if people, I don't even want to say it publicly, but I'd like to just go back to being a Ravens fan.
Why don't you? Juan's a Ravens fan.
I know, and he thought I was a Ravens fan,
Yeah.
and I told him that the Ravens were my AFC team.
Yeah.
But that wasn't good enough.
No. No.
And
Never is for the diehards.
Because I was never like a diehard fan of any team. So when I landed on the Seahawks.
You just watched football in general, or were you not like tapped into football?
All right,
like
well
that as a
all
kid?
right. I'll just tell the story then. Essentially, no, I didn't really watch football when I was younger.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew about the guys that everybody knew about, especially when I was a kid. Barry Sanders, Dan Marino, Jerry
Sure.
Rice. I knew the legends of the
Yeah.
game, but I didn't really watch football like that. We
Elway
watched the Super Bowl
was
every year.
huge down here.
Oh
as a
yeah,
kid.
yeah. Me and my brother bet on the Broncos Falcons Super Bowl, and he picked the Falcons, and I picked the Broncos.
Yeah.
And it was a $5 bet, and he never paid me. 35, and he never paid me that $5. But no, not something I'm going to harp on for the rest of my life.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, when I was a kid, it wasn't my sport. I was a boxing fan, hence the tattoo.
There you go. Show it off.
And I was a basketball fan.
Okay.
So when I knew everything about basketball, and I knew all the boxers of my era.
Yeah.
But football just was not. I don't know. It just wasn't. My dad didn't really watch it that much. I mean, he liked football, but he wasn't like he was a baseball guy and a basketball and boxing. So that's probably why I was so obsessed with boxing when I was younger.
Yeah.
It wasn't until my early 20s when I started playing fantasy football that a friend of mine, Southie, guy who sings the podcast.
Yes.
We had a league of a bunch of guys that we went to high school with, and a bunch of them had gone to UCF.
Yeah.
And so everybody was still pretty local.
Sure.
And so they were putting together a league, and they needed a guy, and he essentially was like, you're a stats guy, you watch sports, you like basketball. Basketball is a stats game.
Yeah.
I think you would enjoy this.
Transfer your skill set.
Yeah. And so I jumped into it, and it was like a year or two before the Seahawks had won the Super Bowl. And I drafted Marshawn Lynch, or I think I traded for him. I can't remember how I got him on my team, but he ended up on my team. And yeah, I went to the playoffs first year, and it was mostly on the back of how good he was that
beast
year.
mode.
And I immediately fell in love with Marshawn Lynch. I was like, this is the fucking guy. This is my guy. But there was also, I always loved the running backs. LaDainian Tomlinson is one of my favorite players of all time. So I was always like into that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until fantasy football that I started to really, really pay attention to football and the minutia of football and like how fun the game is. But at that point, I was 22, or 21, 22, maybe 23, around like my early 20s. You
didn't grow up with it like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's not like at that point, having lived in Baltimore for a couple years, we did watch the Ravens, but we weren't like a Ravens family.
Sure.
So like obviously we all watched the fucking the early 2000s Ravens win the Super Bowl and everything.
Yeah.
We were all happy about that.
Yeah.
When it came time to me to like pick a team, it was either one of the Florida teams, or I was just like, well, Marshawn Lynch is on the Seahawks, so I'll just pay attention to his games because I have to watch them anyway for fantasy.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how it. And then like a year later, they won the Super Bowl, and everybody's like, "You're a fucking bandwagon jumper." And I'm like, sure, by definition, probably, but I didn't choose them. I didn't pick them after they had won the Super Bowl.
Right.
No,
that's a legit fandom, I think.
Yeah, and now they're not great now, and that entire team is gone. The coach is gone.
Hey,
the
welcome to the club, buddy.
Yeah, so it's like now I'm just a fan of the fucking,
just in for the love of the game,
just for the love of it now. And they probably won't win. They probably won't be back to the Super Bowl for the next couple of seasons.
Yeah. Oh, boo-hoo.
So that's how you land on the Seattle Seahawks.
I see.
When you live in Florida.
Yeah. You ever been to a Seahawks game?
No. No.
I have never been to an NFL game.
Me neither.
I really want to go.
Been to college games. I've never been to an NFL game.
Yeah. I would love to go. We should make it a thing.
We should make it a thing.
We just have to get down to Tampa.
We got to get to Tampa. Because that's the only way. We're not going to watch a fucking Jags game.
Yuck.
Oh, my God.
Honestly, I-10 is not as bad as I-4.
Yeah, but we get to go to Tampa, though.
I know.
I don't want to go to fucking Jacksonville.
It's a cool stadium, too. They got the giant, the pirate ship.
Yeah. We don't have to go to fucking Miami, either.
That's true.
I don't want to do that.
I don't
watch Tua shit the bed.
I don't like Miami very much.
No. Exactly.
Yeah.
Was that enough levity for you?
I feel better.
Excuse me. Let's chug this and switch beers.
You talk too much. you didn't touch your beer. Wow, look at him go.
This is not my fault. This is your fault.
Okay.
All right. While we switch beers, and I'll do this. You give me this.
Okay.
I'll take care of this.
Okay.
You get us into the next thing.
I would love to. So there's a new movie coming out from award-winning director Paul Thomas Anderson,
PTA.
known for such classics as Boogie Nights and There Will Be Blood, and many, many other films that are very good, and I recommend. His latest stars Leonardo DiCaprio and a slew of who's who's. And, I mean, it looks really good, from my opinion. Apparently loosely based on a Thomas Pynchon novel, which he's already adapted the work of in the past. I forget the name of the movie. The one that we watched this movie together with Joaquin Phoenix, where he plays that hippie.
Inherent Vice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Inherent Vice was the other Pynchon. I don't really know how to pronounce it, to be honest with you.
Pichon?
Novel. So, you know, kind of with that pedigree, it sounds like a bit of a heady movie-going experience. Thoughtful, maybe a bit quirky, but definitely like a cinephile kind of movie coming out. And the reviews that have just dropped kind of hint at that and are saying it's, you know, one of the best movies of the year. Some people calling it one of the best movies in a few years, saying it's another, you know, stone cold hit in the making for Paul Thomas Anderson.
Glass break.
Huh?
I said glass break.
Yes. And I mean, it looks great. But if you're basing your opinion just on how WB marketed this movie, you may not know that. And I find that really funny and really interesting. Because WB has...
Hold up. I thought that was a really good introduction. So now, tell the people about what we're drinking twice.
I will do that. Okay, so I have one more from Cigar City Brewing. This is the Sorry I Party.
Sorry, I party.
German-style Fest beer. And it does have a cold read as well. Other brewers limit their Fest beer production to a single autumnal month. But CCB is keeping the party going all year long with this golden-hued German-style lager. Sorry,
I party.
So they do a Fest beer all year.
The all-year Fest beer.
Just call it that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I party. Sorry, I partied. Sorry, I used your party.
Cheers.
Sorry, I used drugs to loosen my sphincter and used your party.
Okay.
I partied in your party. This is great too. What the fuck, man?
Damn it, Cigar City.
Okay. All right, let's get back into it. I
Okay.
just thought there was a good leaving off.
Oh, no,
point
you're
there
right.
for
You're
for
right.
your intro.
You're absolutely right. I got lost in the sauce. So, all that being said, just to describe it, I mean, you can pause this video, go and watch the trailers, and kind of make your own opinion. It seems, at least in the trailers, I have less of a beef with those because it kind of sets a vibe. It seems like it's off-kilter, sort of a action comedy style movie, which doesn't seem off point from what reviewers are saying the movie is. But it certainly doesn't feel like it is a 2 hour and 50-minute Thomas Pynchon novel as directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, one of the great directors of our time. Auteurs, if you will. Not to say it's a bad thing, because I think WB may be trying to hedge their bets on, like, yeah, you know, show them with the guns. That'll bring the people in. But I worry for word of mouth. If you get a bunch of people into the theater on first week or opening day even, expecting it to be a fun action comedy, and it turns out to be something far deeper, far more complex, far more politically nuanced than you're expecting, and they walk out going, that sucked.
Yeah.
And then the fallout from all of the people who feel like tricked into watching a good movie could hurt them in the long run.
Yeah.
And one more thing. They added characters to Fortnite.
Wait, what?
Yes.
From this movie?
From this movie. Yeah, you heard me right.
Like Leo's character
Yeah.
and Sean Penn's character?
Not Sean Penn. They have Benicio. And I think they have the pregnant woman in the trailer. I don't know her name because I haven't seen the movie yet.
Wait. What?
Yeah. They're in Fortnite. Alongside Master Chief. Yeah, you heard me.
Yo, what the fuck is Fortnite?
I don't know.
What the fuck is Fortnite?
You can play a Thomas Pynchon novel lead character.
I think what's really interesting about Fortnite is that the game mode doesn't really change. It's still a third-person shooter battle royale game, right?
I played Rock Band in there. I don't know about you.
Right, yeah. I guess you can do that as well.
Yeah.
If you go no build mode
Yeah,
and you just play the battle royale,
sure.
which is what most people are doing nowadays.
What I would do.
Which is so funny because when we first picked up Fortnite years and years and years ago, the first thing that we said was like, I would be just mopping the floor with this lobby if it was only a third-person shooter.
If this 12-year-old didn't build a skyscraper in
this
front of my
building
face
bullshit,
and then
I'm like,
snipe me.
fuck this. And it took them like 10 years to finally be like, yeah, I guess you're right.
All right.
And I jumped back in and I fucking mopped the floor. I know that you played bots for a while. I played for like a little bit to finally get like real players.
Yeah.
We beat the shit out of them. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's insane. That's lunacy. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the tone of... That's why I said, what is Fortnite? Because I don't know what the tone of the game is anymore. Honestly...
Everything?
But even at its silliness... Silliness?
Even at its silliest?
Silliest? Thank you.
Yeah. Silliestness?
Silliestness? Even at its silliest...
Yeah.
It made, like, the characters that they would bring into the game made sense. Like, it's irreverent and weird, but
Sure.
Goku and Darth Vader,
Both people who in their individual pieces of art and content are combatants.
Yeah.
It works.
that makes sense.
Maybe it'll make more sense after watching the movie.
I mean, that's like putting Daniel Day-Lewis from
There Will Be Blood, yes.
in there. Like,
yes.
wait,
I need a
it's like,
smoothie
what?
drink emoji.
I need you to have, like, a downed opponent is like sitting there crawling and stuff, and you should be able to like emote, and a straw comes from your mouth, and it just trails them all the way wherever they are.
Yeah.
I drink
Your milkshake.
I drink
it up. It's not an emoji. What is it?
an emote.
An emote.
Yeah.
I'm washed.
You are also unk.
I am unk and washed. I'm so sorry. At least I am young enough to realize I messed that up. So
I think you're old enough to realize that.
no, because if
I
you're
guess
too
you're
old,
young enough to realize that
I
you're
messed
too
up.
Old.
It didn't feel right.
Yeah.
It didn't feel right. Okay. So all that being said, like, how people have been pointing to the fact that they added the brothers from Sinners into Fortnite as well, which is another WB property.
I didn't know that either.
Smoke and Stack, if you're not familiar, watch our review. But I would argue that makes way more sense.
Still makes more sense.
They
than
have
this.
guns, at least, in the movie.
Unless this movie is really based. It doesn't seem like it, but I guess it must be really
Action forward? I mean, there are guns in the movie, clearly, like that's shown in the trailer, but it just doesn't seem like an action movie, quote unquote, you know? Maybe we'll have egg on our face after we watch the movie. But I just find it so strange that WB has continued to screw up their advertising campaigns for their movies all year long.
Constantly.
I mean, even before.
I was just about to say, it's been happening for years now.
Yeah, it's been.
But
yeah, at the same time, they are like the most successful production company this year.
Literally right now, yeah, they're the most successful.
So I guess it didn't matter, but at the same time, it's just, as someone who pays attention to advertising and marketing campaigns, it confounds me. And I think I think that the marketing still matters, but at the same time, I think that based on the movies themselves have been so strong that they didn't need that extra push.
Yeah. I'll say from a casual standpoint, somebody who pays attention to advertising from a, this will be fun to talk about, perspective.
Yeah.
I was confused by the advertising. I thought it was one of those, like the fact that Leo and Sean. All right, here's the. I'll take you into the mind of Dupa right now. When I first saw the trailer,
Strap in.
I was like, "What's Leo doing in this?"
Yeah.
Like, he's coming off like a really strong couple of years. I mean, like, should have got an Oscar nomination for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's at like, this is to steal from another podcast. I wouldn't say his apex mountain, but he's pretty, like, right now. I mean, I think you can make an argument that Wolf of Wall Street is his apex. I think some would say maybe Titanic.
I was going to say maybe Titanic.
I don't think it's Titanic. I think that Titanic was the start of his rise.
Yeah.
I think Wolf of Wall Street is the apex of his powers. It is an incredible movie.
Yeah.
He puts on a stellar performance.
Sure.
And after that, literally he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Anything, yeah.
So I think I would argue that Wolf of Wall Street is his apex.
I think I would agree with you if we're talking apex for him being a serious actor.
That is what I'm talking about.
Because I think for fame, I think it was Titanic. Just looking at his stardom, I think he was never a bigger star.
You don't think he ever got bigger than Titanic?
I mean, I think
he won an Oscar like
20
years after.
I understand that, and I obviously think he's done far better work after Titanic. But I think, he started with like Gilbert Grape,
yeah,
and people are like, "Hey, this kid can act."
Yeah.
Then he gets Titanic, and it's like suddenly he is the heartthrob of America and the world. And not only that, but people are pointing to him being like, not only is he a gorgeous human being, but he can act his ass off.
So you're essentially saying that from Titanic, he never really had a down year ever since.
Not really. I mean,
I guess he didn't. I guess he did.
There were not
he had
every
some missteps.
I was gonna say not every movie was a smash success, but I think
he never got less famous than Titanic.
No. I don't think. I think Titanic was like a checkpoint for his life.
Yeah.
And it never dipped below Titanic. He crested at that point.
Yeah.
As a celebrity, and from then on, he is Leo. He is the guy.
All right.
From there, he played around.
Yeah.
He did some like big blockbuster movies. He did more art house stuff. He tried to go for his Oscar. He did those things.
Let's go through his filmography real quick.
And
but yeah, no, I okay, all right, I can see what you're saying.
Blood Diamond. I mean, come on.
You think this is a bad movie?
No, it's a good movie.
Oh, okay.
It's quite a good movie. I think underrated.
I was about to say, this is a good movie. Anyway,
yeah.
I would argue that Wolf of Wall Street again is his apex because that is the movie that, especially when you talk to people who are like, Leo fans, that's the movie that they always cite as like, how did he not win an Oscar for that? Blah, 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 blah. Let's go to his filmography.
I do think it's like a high point and like another cresting point of Leo as a modern actor,
Yeah. So, okay.
Oh, he's in Critters 3.
He was in Critters 3. The beginning of his career is really weird. This Boy's Life. He immediately gets What's Eating Gilbert Grape in the same year, 1993.
Yeah, people point to This Boy's Life as a good movie too. I've never seen it, but
me neither.
Yeah.
Is that is De Niro? Oh, okay. Oh, that movie. Okay, I know that movie. All right.
Yeah.
Basketball Diaries.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie. The Quick and the Dead. I actually have never seen. I don't know this movie, actually.
Oh, really? You don't know that movie?
Never actually watched
Sam
this.
Raimi Western.
Oh, it's a Sam Raimi. What the fuck? How have I
Yeah.
never seen this?
We got to watch it.
Oh, my God.
Sharon Stone.
What?
Gene Hackman. Russell Crowe.
What? I had no idea.
A Killer's Row.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Total Eclipse.
Why were there so many erotic dramas in the 90s?
Dude,
It's insane.
People were just jerking it to these movies.
They're jorking. Straight up jorking it.
They're just jorking it. You get Romeo and Juliet.
Of course.
Classic. Marvin's Room.
Yeah.
And then you get Titanic in 1997. Now, from this point forward, you've got The Man in the Iron Mask, which, honestly, I would argue a bit of a dip from Titanic.
Sure. I think still successful, though.
You got The Beach. I don't know, dude. I think...
Look. I'm saying he could have done whatever he wanted. I'm not saying he made the right choice.
Oh, he certainly did whatever he wanted from this
Yeah.
point forward. Don's Plum, which
no idea. No idea.
black and white independent film directed by R.D. Robb, starring Leo, Tobey Maguire, and Kevin Connolly. Sorry, it was filmed in 1995, 1996. Oh, it didn't come out till 2001.
Got it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Then you got
Gangs
Gangs
of New York, yeah.
This run, insane.
He met Scorsese and was like, all right,
This run's crazy.
here we go.
Gangs of New York.
Yeah.
Catch Me If You Can.
The Aviator. The Departed.
And then Blood Diamond.
Man. Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
that's an insane run.
Wow.
Then he does The 11th Hour, which is like a documentary.
Yeah. Doesn't count.
Body of Lies.
People like that one. I don't know. Never seen it.
Yeah, I heard that this one's pretty good.
Ridley
Like,
Scott,
It's just
yeah.
one of those, like those middle Ridley
Yeah.
Scott movies where you're like, yeah, that was fun.
Airplane movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Revolutionary Road.
Yep.
Now he's getting back into that.
Doing his drama gang.
Shutter Island.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people who think that that's like
It's really good.
that's the one.
I enjoyed it.
Hubble is another documentary that he
no.
did, and then he goes on another
Tear.
like crazy
Unbelievable.
run.
Unbelievable.
I'm sorry. It starts with
J.
Inception.
Edgar.
No, not J. Edgar.
I watched that movie in theaters.
But okay, I will say this about J. Edgar. Okay, first it starts with Inception, which
Yeah.
for my money that's my favorite Leo movie of all time.
It's great.
I think Inception is one of the greatest movies ever made. I watch it like I've seen it like 100 times.
Yeah.
I love Inception.
It's one of those.
It's like up there with like The Mummy and Blade for me.
Yeah.
I can repeat every word of Inception.
Yeah.
I love that fucking movie. Then you get J. Edgar, which is not like critically really good, but his performance, he got, I believe, an Oscar nomination for his performance
Yeah.
of J. Edgar.
This is when he started to, I think, really dive into the character study kind of roles.
Yeah.
And I don't think he ever looked back.
You get Django Unchained,
Of course.
The Great Gatsby, The Wolf of Wall Street, and The Revenant. I mean, just ripped them off, man.
Unbelievable.
Just ripped them off.
Unbelievable.
Gets his Oscar finally in 2015 for The Revenant. Then he's in a movie called The Audition, which is a comedy short film directed by Martin Scorsese. Oh, yeah. That De Niro and DiCaprio, they played themselves, blah, blah, blah. It was like a funny thing.
Yeah.
Then he did another documentary before the flood, and now we're looking at like what he's, we got Once Upon a Time, Ice on Fire is another documentary. Don't Look Up.
Yeah. People were kind of mixing that one.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
I mean, he just needs to stay with Scorsese.
Yeah, he does.
You know?
And then obviously,
apparently
One
he's
Battle
good with
After Another.
PTA too. So I will say, I think since you said your favorite, I think my favorite performance from him is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I think it's his most nuanced character, and that's saying a lot because a lot of people complain that he's just a yelling actor. He's not. He's more than that.
I really, really get annoyed with people who say things like, all he does is play himself in this movie. I have gotten to the old curmudgeon perspective that when people say that about an actor, I just think they're dumb. I just think that you can't recognize nuance when you see it on screen.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to engage with you because you're not going to be able to have an interesting conversation.
We're not doing this right now.
No, honestly, man. Like I used to be like, no, man, you don't get it because he did this, that, and the other thing. I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
If you think that George Clooney is the same in Ocean's 11 that he is in fucking Michael Clayton, dude, you just don't fucking understand movies.
I gotta admit something. Still haven't seen Michael Clayton.
Oh my God, Adam! What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
It's the best.
It's the
best.
I've heard. It's on my list.
It's so good.
I know. I gotta do it.
It's for my money George Clooney's best performance.
Look, I blame the title. I was into movies.
It's just.
Look, it's a novel title. Don't give me that.
No, right.
Don't give me that.
It's a John Grisham like movie. Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God! Like I was actively into movies when that movie came out, and I didn't watch it because I'm like, Michael Clayton. What the hell is that?
No, I get it.
And I regret it. But
you should. Cause
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it.
But yeah, I mean, and it's not just George Clooney. It's any actor that doesn't do like a weird accent. People always bring up like Dee, and they bring up Gary Oldman, and they say like he does weird accents, and that automatically makes him a better actor. Which I love Gary Oldman.
Sure.
I love Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
Like. I get it. I love those guys.
They're great actors. Yeah, sure.
You could make an argument that Daniel Day-Lewis is the greatest actor of all time, for sure.
Yeah.
I would make the argument that Denzel is the greatest actor of all time, and Denzel doesn't do weird accents because he doesn't know how to do accents.
He doesn't.
If there's anything that was his Achilles heel, it's accents.
But it's not because he doesn't try.
Yeah.
He says no. I'm not going to do
I'm
that
not doing it
because I
anymore.
can't.
Yeah, I did the one. It didn't work. You know what? Fuck it.
It's over.
Not doing it
That's
anymore.
it. And you know what?
Anymore.
That's what life's about.
But
you live and you learn. You live and you learn.
Live and you learn. You know? And I just think that and it's the same thing with Leo. Leo, for the most part, doesn't really do like weird accents.
Yeah, no.
And he kind of, he plays him, but it's like that's not when it comes to
weird accent in Blood Diamond.
There was a weird accent in Blood Diamond. Yeah. But apparently he got it right. I don't know because I don't know very many South Africans.
South African,
but apparently he got it right.
Tough accent and just the entire.
It's no Don Cheadle in Oceans, you know.
Oi, bruv.
Bonnie Rubbo, Trouble. Blah, 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 blah.
Who made him do that? Why?
There's not even a Cockney guy in the original.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know why they.
He didn't need to be Cockney.
He could have just been the Sammy Davis character, but instead they were like, we got a black guy.
We got to give him an accent.
He's gonna be.
He's got to be British.
But then they didn't pick like Idris Elba. I guess was too good looking for the role, but he's an actual Cockney black guy.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know. Anyway, so, all right, let's get back to the one thing after another.
Okay.
When I saw it, one battle after another, dude, it's just one thing after another.
One thing leads to another.
One battle after another.
I have to pee.
Oh, okay.
But you can continue, or you can pause here.
Okay. I'm you know, I got. What is that kid from the Wild Thornberrys?
Oh, Donnie.
I'm moving, man. I'm fucking 3.5 beers deep.
You have his hair, too.
Come on. Ah! I mean, I'm probably right behind him, honestly. You can't drink this much beer. This is part of the reason why like beers like this annoy me as a bartender. I don't like pouring beers this big. It's not too heavy. How dare you? By the way, you specifically, how dare you talk about it's too heavy? No, it's just like it takes forever to pour. It's obnoxious. It's hard to clean, as evidenced by the fact that he washed them and still couldn't get them beer clean. They're a pain in the ass.
What's the point?
Well, to have this much beer and to fucking clink them together and, yo-ho and a bottle of rum or whatever the fuck. Huh?
Don't they get lukewarm after?
Not if you're drinking them fast enough. Sure, I asked if they get lukewarm. A lot of people say that. A lot of people are like, why don't you just get 2 pints and then they'll be ripping cold and then you don't have to.
I don't think that's true.
Well, it's essentially just this twice. Or not twice. This cut in half.
Twice.
Yeah, well, you know how math works, right? It's not cut in half twice. It's cut in half once.
It's a quarter.
And you get the glass. Cut in half twice. No, I was saying how much of a pain in the ass these are to pour.
Ah.
Because they're too heavy.
Yeah, I got into the because again, you know what? Again, so they're too heavy. It's not that they're too heavy. Okay, look at this. Look at this.
Wow.
No struggle. No struggle.
No shake.
You couldn't do this.
I could.
No, you couldn't. Come do it right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, this should be good.
When you roll up my sleeves a little.
It's not even full.
Yeah.
I'll just show up.
No. 2 hands? What are you doing? 1 hand.
So they can see
All the
it.
way out. All the way out. Hold it there. Hold it. Hold it.
Stop
Look at the
bending.
leg. Just straighten your body out. Straighten your body out. There you go.
Straighten your back. There you go.
There it
I
is.
hate this.
I hear that shit. I hear that shit. You see this? All the way out. Straight. Body. Back erect.
Head, body, head.
Head, body, head.
Wow.
No moving. Look at that. No movement. No movement.
Strong guys over here.
Goddamn right. A couple of strong guys.
Mine's shaking just because I drank too much coffee.
It's just
It doesn't hurt.
Dude, it's just the
I'm just-
anxiety. It's not pain. It's pain of the brain.
Got pain in the membrane.
Got pain in the brain.
That's what I call trauma.
Okay. I want to get back to the trailer.
Yes.
Okay, so that long explanation of Leo's career, that long
Yeah.
relitigation of that,
Yeah.
just only accentuates the fact that like when I watched the trailer, I was like, what the fuck is he doing in this? Because I didn't know it was a PTA movie.
Yeah.
Because the trailers, some of them say directed by PTA and some of them don't. So I'm like, this just kind of looks like one of those direct to Netflix movies.
Yeah. Quirky kind of.
Yeah, kind of like
He's playing a weird character.
like mid-budget, not like low budget,
Yeah.
but like middling, like early 2000s budget, where you're like, yeah, I mean, I guess it's like a Bruce Willis movie.
Yeah.
Like,
It looks like he's playing this like conspiracy theorist who's actually right about the conspiracy and
Yeah.
is on the run, and there's a pregnant lady. And
literally,
there's-
like what's that new cartoon that HBO came out with? Side effects, something like that.
yeah.
Something side effects. Huh? It's just side effects. It's just called side effects. I think it's called. Maybe there's a 2013 movie called Side Effects.
Side effects of Ozempic.
I'm sure a lot of people are like, "Can I just take it?" Cartoons.
Common side
Common
effects.
side effects.
Yes.
And he kind of even looks like the character.
He does. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, all that to say, I was surprised and shocked to find out that it was a PTA movie. But that also made me go, all right, well, that makes sense that fucking Sean Penn and
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio are in this movie that I
Benicio del
thought, and
Toro.
Benicio del Toro, that I thought was like a weird middle budget kind of. Is that Tiana Taylor?
It is. Tiana Taylor, Chase Infinity, who I think it's her first role. Regina Hall,
Oh yeah,
Alana Haim,
Wood Harris is in
Wood
this?
Harris.
Love Wood Harris.
Yeah.
Great actor.
Who's who?
Underrated.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to see it, but I mean, to your point of even bringing this up, I was shocked at the ad campaign.
Yeah.
It's confusing and probably going to hurt the film's performance.
Well, and I sent you the latest one that I saw just naturally. I was doom scrolling on Instagram or Twitter, I forget which, but I came across this post.
Don't send me stuff on Twitter. I'm trying not.
No, I didn't send it there. I sent it in our specific Discord chat.
All right.
Or I shared it there at least, and it was literally 2 podcast guys like us.
No one's like us.
It's true. It was 2 podcast bros specifically doing essentially a TikTok about this movie.
Okay.
And I was absolutely confounded by it because it doesn't seem like a movie podcast.
Oh, they were talking about like the plot of the movie. They had seen it.
Yeah, they had seen it and they were talking about it like, yo, bro, this movie was crazy.
Yeah.
It had Leo, acting wild. It was insane. Kind of that was the candor of the conversation. And I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
They are marketing it like, I hate to say it this way, they're marketing it like for plebs.
Yeah.
Like for the lowest common denominator to try to bring in anyone, like people who don't know who Paul Thomas Anderson is. Now, I'm not trying to speak down on the everyman, but I just find it interesting that WB decided to take this strategy of essentially kind of pushing all of the credentials aside for this movie and just banking off of bros liking Leo, essentially.
Yeah.
And you know why.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but I kind of get it.
Well, what's funny is like
time.
they can look past how liberal he is in a lot of instances.
Yeah.
Just because, like, the movie roles that he's played and who he is as a person.
Well, he opened a property in Israel, and
like the things that he's done.
He fires girlfriends after they turn, what was it, 25?
Fires them is crazy.
20, don't turn 25.
Crazy way to frame.
You're so
that.
hot.
You're so hot. Don't turn 25. And yet his politics are, and even if his politics are artificial, his public stance on a lot of things is very liberal.
Liberal, yeah. Classic Hollywood liberal.
And they just look right past that because of Wolf of Wall Street, the girlfriends thing.
They think he is what's his name? Jordan Belfort.
Jordan Belfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They think that's him.
Yeah. You ever seen that guy?
Yeah.
Like for real?
Doesn't look like him at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
But he is a piece of shit. You
Yeah,
ever
he
watch
sure
his
is.
interviews or stuff?
Oh yeah,
Leo nailed it.
He is unrepentant.
That's why, honestly, I do think hindsight being 2020. Okay, let's do that. Let's litigate that for a second. I want to litigate that for a second.
Okay. All right. I feel like this is more of a topic about Leo.
It's becoming.
I'm happy with that.
Wolf of Wall Street came out in 2013. So, like, what was that?
Sell me this pen.
2014 Oscar winners. They make it so hard. Oh, it was, This was the McConaughey year, I believe. Hold on. Yeah, this was the McConaughey year. Hold on. Yep, because he
Dallas
got that.
Buyers
Okay.
Club.
All right,
Yep.
all right. You ready for this? These are the nominees.
Oh my
And the
goodness.
nominees are. I mean, these were heavy fucking hitters right here, dude. You ready for this?
Stacked.
Matthew McConaughey for Dallas Buyers Club.
Sure.
Christian Bale for American Hustle.
Yeah.
Bruce Dern for Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Leonardo DiCaprio for Wolf of Wall Street. And Chiwetel Ejiofor for 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah. I think Chiwetel, man.
I agree. I agree. Now that I'm looking at the nominees,
yeah,
I agree.
I think with
That's this is Chiwetel's year that he got.
With historic context, looking back on this one, I think it should have gone to Chiwetel.
He is so incredible in that movie
Yeah.
that you can't rewatch it.
Well, and,
And
the scope of that character and what he had to do in that role,
Yeah.
I think surpasses all of those other ones. Not to boohoo any of them.
No, because this was a stacked year.
Yeah, I agree.
And Matthew McConaughey in Dallas Buyers Club is nothing to fucking sneeze
Yeah.
at. He puts on the performance of a lifetime.
Sure.
I do think that Hollywood overvalues physical transformations.
They definitely do.
And so the fact that he did what he did for that movie definitely helped.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to take away from the performance. Obviously, I think he was incredible in it.
Yeah.
But I do think that had a little bit to do with it. And I do think that when Leo or any actor plays it too straight, then you're going to just get overshadowed by performances like this.
Yeah.
But this was Chiwetel Ejiofor's year.
Yeah.
And he got snubbed.
Yeah.
Actually, now looking at this.
I think
it wasn't
so.
Leo who got snubbed.
I think that's the case. I think that'd be my top 2 out of that list. But I think it's Chiwetel for sure.
Here's my controversial opinion about Best Supporting Actor.
Okay.
These are all incredible nominees. Fassbender in 12 Years a Slave.
Oh yeah.
Jonah Hill in Wolf of Wall Street.
Of course.
Jared Leto won it for Dallas Buyers Club. This
Yeah.
was that year that they both won
Yeah.
for the same movie. Bacard Abdi for
Yeah.
Captain Phillips.
Yeah.
I think he should have won that Oscar.
I'm the captain now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, because I've seen all these movies,
Yeah.
I think he put on the best performance.
You know what?
I think Jared Leto was great in Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
But I think that they were cowards and not giving it to a guy who had never acted
did
before.
it before. And I think there is a prejudice for that to be like, I mean, we can't give it to this like rookie actor who came out of nowhere and, may not act again after this role. Who knows?
Right, and I don't think he did. I think he did like 2 or 3 other movies and then went back.
I don't think he had a big, career.
No.
But I also, I think, and here I go and
Here
live
I go again.
go and live again.
Go and live again.
I think there's a bit of a racial discrimination thing going on because
Yeah.
I think they see him.
Sorry.
I think he was so good in that role that they're like, I mean, yeah, he's a terrorist.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
He probably was a Somali pirate. That's why he's so good at it.
Right, exactly. I think that was some of it, which I mean, just goes to show how good his performance was. But I think it came back to bite him because the voters are probably like, he's acting as himself.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
They got it wrong, I think.
yeah, they did. I agree with that.
Yeah. Anyway, man, let me tell you something.
We should just go back.
I could
every
do
modern year.
We could do an offshoot of this show.
Yeah,
Such as we do with One Reel In, where all we do is relitigate Oscar winners.
awards reason. How about that?
Awards reason?
Yeah, with awards season, we have to reason
We
why.
have to dude, I would love it, man.
Okay.
That's my shit right there.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
just going back and going, he didn't deserve it.
We could do the same with music awards too, the Grammys.
Yes. Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I have so much to say about the
Yeah.
Grammys
Yeah.
and how often they get it wrong.
Yeah. Grammys, Emmys, and the Oscars. Mm-hmm. We don't do Tonys because we don't see enough live.
No, we're not cultured
performances.
enough to
Yeah.
do Tonys.
Sorry.
No. Anyway, we both want to see the movie.
Certainly. Yes. I
So-
definitely want to see it.
But trash trailer? Trash trailer, question mark?
Depends which one you're talking about. Because the one that says, like, from the director of, and it shows all of the credentials that PTA has.
Yeah.
For the everyman, and we're not talking for the everyman. I'll speak for myself. Seeing that, I was like, yeah,
He's not an everyman.
let's do it.
Not Adam.
I'm me. Mm-hmm. I'm me.
He's him.
He is him. Yeah. So, not trash for me. At least for that one. For the other one,
I thought it was an trailer, that first one.
but again, speaking for myself, because I've known this movie was coming out before the trailers came out, and I was waiting for it. And seeing it, I wasn't nonplussed. I was like, all right, yeah. Let's see what Leo does in this weird role. I don't know if I loved his last adaptation of a Pynchon novel, but it's PTA, man.
It's PTA.
You gotta trust.
You gotta trust.
And it looks like that trust is well founded because it's getting rave reviews.
Yeah.
So
right.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we got anything else here?
2 more things.
Yeah.
2 more things.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes, of course.
And one of those things being the cheers of the week. So, Obi, you want to start us off?
I would love to. My cheers of the week goes to My Chemical Romance.
Ah.
I got to be honest with you guys. As a teenager,
As a young boy?
as when I was a young boy,
My father.
the city, I thought I was above emo. I, in fact, looked down my nose at the kids in high school that were super into emo.
Preach it, brother.
Yeah, that, you know,
yeah.
had the hair, had the belts,
Yeah.
wore the eyeliner, makeup. I genuinely looked down upon the music and, fortunately, the people at the time.
Yeah.
And I sit here today in shame because there was a lot of good stuff cooking back in those days. I will still say, don't like Screamo. Still don't like Screamo.
Sure. Can I just say, to kind of frame this for the people?
Sure.
The Black Parade, which is the album that they're touring, right? Is it
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That came out in 2006.
Yeah.
Imagine a world
In a
which
world.
a couple of guys who've like almost exclusively listened to hip hop
Yeah.
in 2006.
Almost the polar opposite at the time of emo music.
Yeah.
You have to understand what the hip hop scene looked like at the time.
I can tell you that like The Massacre had come out in 2005, I believe. So like G Unit is
50
still on
Cent.
top.
Yeah.
Like it's post Shiny Suit era.
Yes.
We've gotten into this like glamorous gangster rap era.
It is a resurgence of gangster rap, what people would call it.
But it was like the Shiny Suit era meets gangster rap.
Kanye was starting to branch out.
So you've got that alternative to all this stuff, and he was
the closest we got was backpack rap.
and that was the part of the reason why Kanye West was so big was because he was the antithesis.
He was an alternative,
to what was so popular
Yeah.
at that point.
which Southern hip hop was blowing up.
Yeah, hip hop was fucking massive.
Yeah.
At this point,
Yeah.
this is
where country music picked up on trap beats.
right. This you could go back to the early millennia. That is where the turn comes, where hip hop becomes the most popular genre
Yeah.
of music.
Yeah.
And then it kind of has a chokehold on the charts forever.
And pop culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to this day, hip hop is still one of, if not the most popular genre,
Yeah.
as far as Billboard is concerned. So at that point, we'd be, forgiven if we weren't fucking appreciating the Black Parade for what it was at the time.
Yeah, and I certainly wasn't. I did not give it the time of day, and I thought it was. I mean, it felt like poison to me. It felt like poison to the ear. I was like, oh, what are these guys doing? Oh, I don't want to feel things or be theatrical.
Yeah.
And I grew up.
Yeah.
And I started dipping a toe back into rock music in general and experimenting beyond the hip hop ideals that I kind of surrounded myself with and cloaked myself with from my middle school years to my mid high school years. And in my later high school years into college, I started to loosen up and open my horizons, fortunately. And, just frankly be exposed to more people and get other perspectives and be introduced to stuff that I never heard before. And that was like a good launch pad for me to be like, acclimated to the waters that eventually became emo music. And, you know, I will say I'm still not a big fan of like pop punk so much, outside of like Green Day and stuff I grew up with, you know, in the mid 90s, really. And really it's a lot of material from the early 90s and when hair metal went out, and that's kind of my sweet spot of music origin as far as rock goes. In the grunge era, if you will,
Yeah.
and whatnot, but and Weezer and stuff, and power pop and all that.
Yeah.
But eventually, I got into MCR specifically because I was like, this isn't just dudes with makeup whining. It is a story being told. They got me with the theatrics of it, and also like. The gothic nature of it all too. You know, obviously I like horror movies and things like that, and they seem very influenced by that aesthetic. And so when I did open up my horizons as far as music goes, that was sort of like the one entry point that allowed me to be like, okay, I see what you guys are doing here.
You keep singing the praises. I'm gonna pee.
Okay. I was like, this actually. Okay. I was like,
you got a glimpse of power.
Yeah. Oh, I tripped.
God.
There's too much shit on the floor.
Well, Marco finds a way to walk around it.
Yeah, whatever.
So I found MCR to be palatable in my youth, but as I've grown older, especially the Black Parade has just become this like this perfect album for me.
I agree with that.
Not to mention, you know, the album before that.
There's no skips on the Black Parade.
There's no skips on the Black Parade.
Yeah.
3 Cheers before that, incredible album as well. Not a big fan of their first album. It's a little, I don't know.
Kind of whiny.
Yeah, it doesn't. It feels like an experiment, and there are songs in there that I still like, but nothing feels complete in the way that like the Black Parade especially feels. And I never liked the album after that, Danger Days or whatever.
I like some of the songs from that. You enjoyed it at the concert.
I did enjoy it in the concert. I enjoyed the live music
Yeah.
version of it. And I do know I'm gonna go back and re-listen to it with a renewed perspective, but I just didn't like that they kind of moved away from like the gothic kind of.
I think they were trying to adapt
Aesthetic.
in like the Tumblr scene.
Yeah, it was like electronic a little bit and like poppy.
Yeah,
and
they were shifting away, but I think they found their way back, which is why they did the Black Parade. Long live the Black Parade tour.
The Black Parade tour, yeah.
Yeah.
How about you? What was your experience with finding MCR in your life?
Oh, my experience finding MCR was I was in middle school and I wasn't emo outwardly. Like I didn't
Internally.
Just internally I was. I didn't have the funds to buy the pants and the chains and the eyeliner.
Well, that makes me very sad.
Well, most kids don't have disposable income to,
You couldn't get
Yeah.
you couldn't get your hair chopped and like the bleach stripes.
No.
Oh man,
No.
rough.
Well, I liked my hair when I was younger.
See?
Yeah.
Vanity there.
I liked my natural hair color. Yeah, but now it's
Jet black.
well, it was already it's this dark, so I felt like I could just get away with it, you know.
Paint it black and shout it loud and clear.
Exactly. Yeah, carry on or whatever.
Yeah.
But I got into it in middle school because a lot of I think I just heard some of it on the radio
Yeah.
and a lot. Oh, this is embarrassing. I got into some of the,
Here we go.
I got into okay. Well, the first My Chemical Romance song I heard was Helena.
Of course.
And that's because one of my best friends, Elizabeth, had that SingStar karaoke game on PS2.
Hell yeah.
And PS2.
On the PS2.
And one of the songs that we sang a lot was to Helena. And so we would just read the lyrics like it was like your own private karaoke thing.
Yep.
And so it was full circle for me when we were at the concert this past Saturday. And it was just like, la, go, go. Because I used to do that. But I was going to say the embarrassing thing that really got me into a lot of my chemical romance music was my love for YouTube AMVs.
Oh, yeah. of
For
course.
like
Anime? Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, there's so many good ones too.
What was the anime?
Avatar. I know it's not anime, but a lot of people say it is not. But
Asian inspired.
it's Asian inspired.
argue it is anime.
You would argue it's anime? Marco said Avatar: The Last Airbender.
What's the
is
argument that it
anime.
is anime?
What is the argument?
What's the difference between like a Korean anime and a Japanese anime?
That they're
They're both Asian.
Right. So what I'm saying is, if the show is based in Korea, nobody goes, "That's not anime."
Yeah, because I think
a traditional.
Has to be from Asia.
Yeah,
It has to
I
be
think
from-
so.
I think specifically
So
from
the
Japan.
entire continent of Asia has the.
Have rights over anime. Yeah.
I think you can.
disagree.
I think artistically you can have art inspired.
There's anime inspired animation
Cartoons.
and cartoons. Yeah, sure.
But to be anime, it has to be
Avatar
produced in Japan.
is not just anime inspired. I think it is an anime.
It is anime. Okay.
Well,
I guess the only thing that you could say, like, if is an anime based on a manga.
no.
It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have
So
to
if
be.
it doesn't
No.
have to be,
It's the
then Avatar,
location
I
in which
believe-
it's created. That's what I think it is.
So it's like champagne.
But I-
Yes, yes,
But
yeah.
I disagree because there's only one area where you can get champagne grapes. You
Right.
can't just call the entire continent
Okay.
champagne.
Okay.
Producing champagne is different than
Well, what I'm
creating
saying is,
an.
like a Chinese anime and a Japanese anime. I think it's disrespectful to each one of them to be like, it's the same. It's Asian, so it's the same.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I changed my opinion here, and I will say I think anime now, moving forward, is only from Japan. That makes sense.
Okay, all right. If that's the argument,
Animation from Japan
That's
is anime.
anything
But it
else
does
is anime inspired.
correct.
That's
But
what I think.
but
also,
but
yes.
it also has to conform to certain stylistic choices as well to be anime.
I agree with that.
Because I think
that's
that
what I think Avatar does.
I think Japan, obviously, Japanese animators are talented enough to make a Western style animation cartoon in the way that like Disney would do.
Yeah.
They don't often do that because anime is so popular, but they could do that. And I wouldn't consider that anime just because it's in the nature of an animation made in Japan. So it has to be a stylistic thing, but also made in Japan.
Right.
I think that makes it anime. Otherwise, it's anime inspired. Bam. That's it. That's the ruling.
Yana.
Yana.
I won't take your seat any longer. But yeah, thank you.
So
for
you got
letting-
into MCR from anime
Oh yeah.
AVIs?
Yes. From AMVs.
AMVs?
What were you saying?
I don't know.
Were you just saying letters?
Yes.
No, yeah, I got into like angsty,
Anime video
angsty-
institutions.
Yes, angsty, like Avatar videos on YouTube where they were edited beautifully. By the way, they're like a lot of Zuko related.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's all Zuko.
And I was like, it's like that trending audio on TikTok right now. Like, it's just like my life in a way. So I really resonated.
You sound like Joseph from King of the Hill.
Oh, Joseph.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm right. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Another anime.
Yeah, another anime.
King of the Hill.
No.
Famously, another anime.
King of the Hill is anime inspired.
It is anime inspired. It's like Boruto.
Yeah. Did you fart in this chair? Sherry farted in my chair.
Wow.
Sherry farted, and you'll never know if I'm telling the truth or not. You just have to take my word for it.
Gross.
That's how facts work now. Exactly. She's off camera. She doesn't host this show. I do.
She can just say, "No, I didn't."
And she can say that, but that ain't the truth.
I didn't
the
do
truth
it.
is I can feel it and I can smell it. She farted. And that's...
Those
that's-
are the two qualifiers. If I can feel it and I can smell it, it's real.
It's a fart.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Or a ghost.
Or a smelly ghost. Smelly ghost.
Yeah. Okay, that's my cheers of the week.
I'll say my thing with MCR.
Oh wait. 1 second.
Okay.
I didn't finish.
Oh yeah.
The thing I wanted to
You
say.
didn't finish this whole time. You
No,
just,
she was talking.
Yeah.
I wanted to finish it.
First off, you're the one that went into the history of music from the 90s and 2000s.
I needed
No.
to set the table
Yeah.
for us to have this conversation.
All right, go ahead.
So, to cap off my cheers of the week, we went to the was it Long Live the Black Parade tour for MCR, opened by Evanescence, by the way. Amy's excellent still, sounds record perfect to this day. But the reason why I really became a big fan of MCR is actually I went to my cousin Nicole's performance. She was in a band, and went to the local watering hole, Will's Pub, who hosts many a band in Orlando.
Yeah, I think they're doing a Battle of the Bands thing
Yeah, it sounds
this week.
right up their alley.
Yeah.
But they had a celebration for Halloween, a Halloween party, if you will. And the closer was a local band who was, a regular band. But they decided to do a cover show of MCR.
Oh, was I there for that?
I believe you were.
Because that sounds really familiar.
Yeah. I helped by providing the backdrop video for them to perform behind. Thank you very much. I edited a video that would loop, and it was all horror movies that featured gruesome but not too gruesome scenes. So very discerning eye. Thank you very much. But seeing that show made me say, holy crap, this music is awesome live.
Yeah.
Like, beyond what I could have expected. And I mean, part of it is that band was awesome. I forget their name now, and I'm so sorry. If I remember it, I'll add it to the description of the YouTube video. But it blew my mind. And I'm like, I so wish I could see MCR in person.
Yeah.
And at that time, they were basically retired.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, there goes that dream. And then they toured. And I was like, okay, we got to go. And I showed it to Sherry, and she's a big Evanescence fan as well. And so we're like, all right, lock it in. Let's go. And we did. And I have to say, MCR, I wouldn't rank among like my top bands of all time. Am I being long-winded?
No.
I'm so sorry.
No. Not at all.
To wrap it up,
No. We need this. We need this amount of levity to counterbalance the first hour of the show. So this is good.
I'll put a cap on it though. I can tell. So I wouldn't rank MCR among my favorite bands of all time, but I will say watching this show, experiencing this show, definitely my top 3 best concerts I've ever been to.
Wow, really?
Yeah. And it's because there's an entire lore for their tour. A tour lore? If you will. A tour lore. And I had no idea about that going into it, but in the subsequent days, seeing how they specifically change acts within their show, specifically the first half, that is the Black Parade, it's so cool and something I've never seen before. And it's just so theatrical and interesting, and it's like watching a stage show essentially, but then having this entire communal experience with other fans that went to the shows.
Yeah.
And I just find that so interesting and so unique and really cool. And not to mention the first half is this theatrical, storytelling concept album sort of thing. And the second half is just them playing songs as a band. So it's not all frou-frou theatrical theater kid stuff. It eventually becomes just a regular concert where they play the hits and then even play unreleased songs and deep cuts and things like that for the real fans.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was incredible. It was their last stop on their American tour, and I was like, this is special. Really cool stuff. So I highly recommend, even if you're a moderate fan of MCR, if they ever tour again, go check it out.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it.
All right.
Yeah.
My only real experience with MCR as a kid was just that, like, sometimes I would fall asleep with the TV on.
Yeah.
And then I would wake up at like 4 a.m. and VH1 would be playing the Black Parade.
Yeah.
And it was that one video where, like, it's the literal Black Parade. And the one girl's wearing like a gas mask. And like he's singing in the middle of it. And like they're all doing these like interpretive dances. And like, you know, to be like 14 or 15, waking up and going like, what the fuck, man? What is this?
Sleep paralysis demon.
Right. This isn't BET Uncut.
Yeah. No. I want to see ass shaking.
I want to see some titties. But I will say, like, it's one of those things where the more and more it happens, the more and more you listen to it, and the more and more you're like, this is actually kind of fucking, I'm not going to tell anybody, but this is actually kind of fucking fire.
Hell yeah.
So I only knew the one song from them, and
Yep.
it was that video, which I believe the song is just the Black Parade. And I loved that song. And I never explored them further. I just liked that song, and I didn't
Yeah.
tell anybody about it. I was like, this is for me and for me only. And that was it. I never listened to any other music other than that song. And the other one, I think, was also on the Black Parade, the Teenage is Scared.
Yeah.
That's on that album, right?
Yeah.
That's a good song, too.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my growing up with them. That's all until obviously, like you were saying, you become an adult and you actually grow up and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to whatever the fuck
Yeah.
I want to listen to.
I'm not
Nobody's gonna
scared
stop me.
anymore.
So then I've gone through their discography and I'm like, this band's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took like 20 years to get to that point.
Yeah.
After the fact.
Yeah.
So. All right. My cheers of the week. This is an alley-oop right here. He's going to love this. It's Robert Redford.
There you go.
I mean, the quintessential statuesque version of an American leading man.
Such a handsome man.
He was perfect.
Yeah.
He's
And
right up there.
style. Holy
Dude,
crap.
I mean, tell me about it.
He's too, like, he is so handsome, he didn't need to dress that fly.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
he did.
It was overkill. He was too good at what he did.
Please, Robert.
Just, I mean, give us a chance. He's right up there with the Gene Kellys,
Oh, yeah.
the Paul Newmans, the
Long's friends.
Bogarts, the like classic
American.
square-jawed American leading man.
Yeah.
And
Hell yeah, brother.
he was so good at what he did that he is, I mean, honestly, man, it's like American cheese.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a ham and cheese sandwich. Throw some mayo on there, a little accoutrement. You got the perfect sandwich for any time of day, any situation.
Yeah.
He just was. He was perfect. He was perfect. He was perfect as an actor.
Yeah.
As like a Hollywood figure, he was perfect.
Yeah.
Like he was. It was like he was created in a lab to be a leading man.
And at the perfect time, you know,
Yeah.
in that 60s counterculture, and then becoming a star like in the early 70s, late 60s, and like just that perfect little encapsulation of indie filmmaking that was trying to do something dangerous.
Yeah.
And him having those all American looks, I think helped that audience accept this counterculture material. Because if you had someone that, you know, didn't have that sort of look, I mean, one of his most famous early performances is acting as Death in The Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
And I think that's exactly what his career was, is like him being such a palatable person and personality to see films that were challenging a lot of the times.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. You know, the first movie I ever saw from him was, I think it's called The Empire. with James Gandolfini, where they play where they're in the prison.
Yeah.
And he basically, like, James Gandolfini plays the bad Warren.
Yeah.
And he is it was basically Dog Day Afternoon in a prison.
That's probably how they pitched it.
And I remember I was a kid and I was at my friend's house and I was sleeping over and we were supposed to be like, you know, fucking off doing what kids do. And his parents were downstairs and they were watching TNT and it was on TV. And I was like glued to it. I was like, what? It's probably one of my earliest feelings of, oh, movies are magic.
Yeah.
When they're made this good, and obviously I'm a kid.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. And I'm like, I'm so enthralled by, you know, concepts that like I might not be able to put together in my brain at that point.
This makes me feel.
Yeah. And he was, I mean, the scene where, like, I think, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah.
But if I'm remembering correctly, they're, like, raising the flag and they're shooting him with, like, rubber bullets or something. And he's, like, walking through it and still raising the flag. Something like that. It's something like that.
Yeah.
And I just remember I was, like, 10 or 11 and I was like, this is fucking enthralling. You know, I didn't have the words at the time, but I was like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
And that, you know, that made me just always think, like, who was that guy? Because he was already, I don't say past his prime, but he was past, like, you know, Robert Redford as the leading man.
Yeah.
Kind of. And then, you know, for younger people, I think he's in some of the Marvel movies.
Yes,
he's like the Secretary of State or something. So, you know, that'll help you there.
Sure.
But anyway, rest in peace to Robert Redford.
Absolutely.
One of the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. Watch that one in film class. Wow.
Yeah.
What a picture.
Okay, so let's. How do you want to do this? Because we're ending with the Sorry I Party, a German style fest beer. Do you want to go backwards? We'll review these and then review the Lederhosen, or start with the Lederhosen and review these.
I mean, it's gonna be pretty easy for me because I feel pretty much the same about both. I don't know about you.
I feel a little differently between the two.
Okay. Well, let's start with the Lederhosen, I should say.
Okay.
The Oktoberfest style lager.
Sure. I'm giving it a 6.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic.
I
think
agree.
It's exactly what you want from a fest beer, a Marzen, biscuity, slightly sweet, toasty, kind of bready.
Yeah. Not too malty.
Like incredibly drinkable.
Yeah.
Just a fantastic beer. I'm giving it a 6.
Second it.
Yeah. The Sorry I Party, I'm just going to go a slight step. I'm going to give it a 5.5.
Yep. I'm right there with you.
All right. I think it's just not as good as the Lederhosen.
I find it a little too sweet. Little too malty for me.
Yeah.
It's for my own palate, obviously, but also an excellent beer. And I, for one, think it's great they're doing it year-round. I know it's sacrilege for the Oktoberfest celebration, but I do enjoy the fact that they have a specific Oktoberfest beer.
Yeah. I will say, from my experience, people seem to only ask for Oktoberfest around a certain time, and they're just not used to the idea of having something in the off-season.
Yeah.
So if you had a fest beer in like January or February, people would be like, why?
Yeah.
But if you just brewed a German style fest beer year round, honestly, I would think that was sick, and I would go to a place that had a fest beer year round.
We've been on record to say it's one of our favorite styles of beer.
For sure. I mean, I go back and forth, but like on a good day, I could call it my favorite style of beer.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I think it's the perfect balance, and that's the thing that we always tout on the show is balance. So, yeah, it's a great beer style. If you haven't tried it before, this weekend's your opportunity. Mm-hmm. Go to your local Oktoberfest celebration.
That's right.
And enjoy, especially at Red Light.
I mean, I can't. Thank you. I can't speak to the politics of what happened at Cigar City.
Yeah.
Because I don't know enough to have an informed opinion on it.
Well, it always sucks when somebody loses their job, right?
For sure. And I don't wish that on most people. But I will say that, like, unfortunately or fortunately, they've continued. They have had a continued sense of excellence with their beers because these are great. So
Agreed.
all right, you think we got it?
I know we got it.
Well, if Obe says we got it, then this episode is over. This has been the One Beer In Podcast for myself, Mark Abib. For Adam Obesius Rodriguez.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you guys for listening. Drink delicious beer and have yourself a beautiful week.
So long and good night.